Leo, the universe is asking you to look farther than you have looked before. This week begins with a sense of expansion. The sun, your ruling star, moves through Aries, another fire sign, and its energy resonates beautifully with your natural spirit. When the sun meets Neptune early in the week, it opens the door to imagination, inspiration, and the possibility of a new journey. You may feel drawn toward knowledge, travel, or a philosophy that broadens your understanding of the world. Perhaps you are questioning beliefs that once felt certain. Perhaps you feel the urge to explore ideas that challenge your previous perspective. Neptune's influence encourages you to see life not as a fixed path, but as a landscape of evolving possibilities. Sometimes the greatest growth begins with curiosity. You may feel inspired by a teacher, a book, or even a conversation that sparks your imagination. Something you learn now could change the way you see your future, but inspiration is only the beginning. Later in the week, the sun aligns with Saturn, and this moment brings grounding to the vision that Neptune revealed. Suddenly, an idea becomes a commitment. A possibility becomes a responsibility. Saturn encourages you to turn inspiration into wisdom. For some Leos, this may involve education, training, or mastering a new skill. For others, it may involve sharing knowledge with others, stepping into a role where your experience becomes guidance. You are not simply exploring new ideas this week, you are integrating them into the foundation of your life. Meanwhile, another important alignment unfolds in the realm of emotional healing. Venus approaches Chiron in Aries, and this energy touches the part of your chart connected with belief, meaning, and spiritual truth. There may have been moments in the past when your faith in something, a person, a dream, or even yourself, was shaken. This week invites you to rebuild that faith, not blindly, but with deeper understanding. True confidence does not come from never being tested. It comes from rising again after the test. As the week continues, the moon moves into Leo, and when it does, your natural vitality begins to shine even more brightly. You may feel a renewed sense of confidence, creativity, and self-expression. People may notice your presence more strongly now. Opportunities to be seen, appreciated, or admired could appear unexpectedly. Yet the deeper lesson of the week is not about attention from others. It is about the relationship you have with your own vision. When the moon later moves into Virgo, practicality enters the picture. You may begin organizing the ideas and inspirations that emerged earlier in the week. Plans become clearer. The steps toward your goals begin to feel more manageable. Leo, this week reminds you that growth is both expansive and disciplined. Dreams appear, wisdom refines them, and courage carries them forward. Allow yourself to explore new perspectives. Allow inspiration to guide you toward unfamiliar horizons. Because the universe is not simply asking you to shine, it is inviting you to shine with purpose. Leo, your tarot card this week is the Six of Wands. This is the card of victory and public recognition. It appears when efforts you have made begin to receive appreciation or acknowledgement from others. You may experience a moment where something you worked toward begins to succeed. Praise, validation, or a sense of accomplishment could arrive unexpectedly. But the deeper message of the Six of Wands is not simply about applause. It reminds you that your confidence inspires others. Continue moving forward with courage. Your leadership is becoming visible.
Leo, the I Ching reveals hexagram 46, Earth over Wind, pushing upward. This hexagram represents steady progress. Growth may feel gradual, but each step brings you closer to a meaningful goal. Rather than dramatic leaps, success now arises through persistence. Continue nurturing your ambitions with patience and determination. Pushing upward reminds you that the tallest trees grow slowly. Your efforts are already taking root. Keep climbing.
Leo, the rune appearing for you this week is Sowilo. Sowilo is the rune of the sun, illumination, vitality, and success. It represents the moment when clarity arrives and the path forward becomes unmistakably visible. You may feel a surge of confidence or inspiration during the week ahead. Something that once seemed uncertain may suddenly become clear. Sowilo encourages you to move forward with courage. Your inner light has the power to guide not only your own path, but also the paths of those who look to you for leadership.
The energy of this week may be opening a new chapter in ways you are only beginning to see. Trust the inspiration that appears now, and remember that even small steps can lead to extraordinary destinations. Before you go, tell us in the comments. What dream or possibility feels closer to you right now? If this message resonated, please like the video, subscribe to Lumen Lores, and tap the bell so you stay connected with your weekly horoscope. May the light of the stars continue guiding your journey.